What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Yes, we are live even on Saturday. Yet again on Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. Yours truly, God's favorite host, to walk through the forbidden door, your favorite door, not just any door, the forbidden door. Make sure if you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that bell. We're going to get into it. It's that one time a year where we only see New Japan superstars on AEW this one time, CMLL, Luchadors, one time, the ladies from Stardom. The only time this year we see them is this special pay-per-view that they build up and they put effort into these companies and they make it special for hold on, wait. We get it every week. Every week. Dynamite and Collision. Oh, and Ring of Honor. So it's not forbidden anymore. Oh, it's every week door. Oh, and most of the matches are actually AEW versus AEW. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I will prepare better next time, but make sure you guys tap in with us. I have a very special guest, my brother from another, Iowa's favorite son. He is a Hawkeyes fan as college football gets ready. He's repping that Chiefs Kingdom. He's got you on YouTube. He's got the show that you need to know. The one, the only, my boy. He's ready to talk some AEW. The one and only show that you need to know and love. The Juggernaut Show. What's up, Jug?
What is going on, brother? The Juggernaut is smashing through the forbidden door. I'm smashing through that forbidden door. I'm more forbidden than New Japan is right now. Okay, let me tell you something here. This show, like you said it great. You said it great. You look up and down this card, okay? You don't have very many New Japan talents on here. Like you have Hiromu Takahashi on here. You have Hiroshi Tanahashi. And basically, the other thing is it's based. Oh, and Zack Sabre Jr. But other than that, it's just basically all AEW talent.
Go Google it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know why they have to have Forbidden Door every single year. And also, it seems like every single Forbidden Door, it seems like there's always injuries plaguing the show. Like, this year we got Swerve Strickland and he has a bad knee for like 6 years or something. Like that's kind of crazy. Like I think like a torn meniscus. And also we got Will Ospreay with his neck problems. It's just like, I don't know, this show seems really cursed. Every single year. Like we go back to the first one and Danielson was hurt. We had Punk. Punk was hurt that year. And even going back to the one after that, there was injuries happen with that one. So I don't know. The show seems really cursed.
Real quick, let the people know how to keep up with you, what you're cooking up on your channel, and we'll get into it.
Yeah, so you guys can keep up with me, the Juggernaut Show. Definitely go subscribe. Got a lot of great content over there. Got my retro reviews, got tier lists over there, got watch alongs, of course. Got my vlogs. I'm gonna be going to SmackDown in a few weeks, so you're not gonna want to miss out. Definitely go subscribe to the Juggernaut Show.
And Jugs will be with me this weekend as we not only cover AEW, yes, we will talk about NXT. Jugs did an NXT preview on his channel, so go check that out. We'll be live for that as well tomorrow evening. And I guess we can start there, Jugs. We watch AEW every week here on the channel. I know you watch it when you get time. I know you're working, school starting back up for those who don't know. So everybody's schedule is busy right now. I get it. We all consume the show. We love wrestling. I've said 2025 has been a down year, kind of sucks. I think AEW is a little cold right now. I guess they're putting on about the same as WWE. I guess it depends on who you ask. The storytelling is hit or miss. How do you feel about the product as a whole? We know the London crowd is going to be hot, but then next week they come back to Philly and they can barely sell 2,000 tickets. I mean, is it just the product not catching on? I mean, AEW is the cheaper alternative. What do you think is going on with AEW as we're kind of more than halfway through the year now?
I think, the reason why the product isn't catching on right now is because, there's so much oversaturation in wrestling right now. And it's so hard to keep up with like everything that's going on. And it just wears a person out. And also you kind of look at the storytelling and that plays a big key with a lot of things because WWE, they center more around the casual fans and they do more of the storytelling, which that's what people like. With I mean, everybody likes different things in wrestling. Some people might like the in ring aspect, the technical wrestling, or whatever, or people might like the storytelling or the character work. But sometimes with AEW, we don't always get that. We don't always get that consistency. So I feel that that's why some people aren't coming over to watch AEW.
Let's get into the card because you did a great job putting the slideshow together. We got 9 matches as of now. Collision is tonight. I think it was taped. Real quick, speaking of Collision and AEW, we did have these signings of, I want to get your opinion, Ace Austin and Isla Dawn, or what do you call her? What do you call Isla Dawn?
Isla, damn.
She debuts both debut and lose, by the way. Isla Dawn to Megan Bain and Ace Austin to Ricochet. What are we doing with these debuts, man? Because they bring in people, they
Mhm,
lose. You look at Josh Alexander, he's a jobber. Ricochet
mhm.
started out okay. Now he has no direction. What are we doing, man?
I don't know what Tony Khan is doing with these talent. He likes to, you brought that graphic up a long time ago. Tony Khan likes to get these toys and like he loves to hoard talent. And he doesn't know what to do with them. He makes them lose. It's like, and they come in on Collision. Like who watches Collision? Like I don't watch Collision on a week to week basis. And I don't know. In the Ace Austin, I don't feel like he fits with AEW. To be honest, I feel like he should have stayed with TNA because it's better fit for him. Isla Dawn, I'm happy that she's getting being on TV somewhere. But like,
She'll
man,
just be
what
fed to Mercedes in a
she's
couple
just
weeks, I'm sure. By the time we get to
yeah
All Out,
yeah, or be
Tony.
fed to Tony Storm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the card, man, because I know we'll
Yeah.
have even more discussion and more,
Mhm.
maybe even agreement and disagreement. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Comment, let us know your opinions. We're gonna start with the TNT Championship match between the reigning defending TNT champion Kyle Fletcher and Hiromu Takahashi. In real quick, Kyle Fletcher has been the fastest rising star in AEW. Only 26 years of age, been with AEW since 2022. Joined the Don Callis family on July 31st. He did defeat Dustin Rhodes in a Chicago street fight for the TNT Championship. Dustin Rhodes, obviously, double knee replacement. And he is defending his title against 15-year New Japan veteran Hiromu Takahashi, 5-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Fletcher has one title defense in the reign. Seems to just be getting started, Judge. I don't think he's losing here. We don't spend too much time, but I do want to give AEW credit on this. We talk about companies not making new stars. You look at guys that are young, up and coming in this business, and you want to build around. I think Kyle Fletcher is one of those fastest rising stars, in my opinion.
I'm gonna say this by next year. I think by All In next year because they're gonna be in London again next year. I think maybe he could be world champion by then.
Mm.
I could definitely see it sooner than later.
And I would like to see him go on like a dominant TNT title reign because I know he's like doing his legend gimmick where he's going through all these legends. Maybe he just runs through people for like the next year.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Any disagreement? I mean, this is pretty easy. He's not losing.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher's not gonna be losing here, and this is one match that seems as more Forbidden Door esque. Because we got a new AEW talent versus the New Japan talent. And Hiromu Takahashi, like the build isn't all there for this match, but the in ring action is going to be like to see how they pace this match is going to be really key here. But Kyle Fletcher, he's not losing the title here.
And I think recently he re-signed with AEW, so I'm pretty sure Tony Khan likes him a lot. He paid
Mm-hmm.
him. I could see that happening real soon, like you talk about. He could be a future world champion for sure. So
Mm-hmm.
I like that statement there. Let's get to our next match, as we both agree with that. Uh, time to ride the money train. I think she has what 9 belts? How many belts now?
I think it's 8 belts, or I think it's 8 or 9. It's somewhere like that.
What is up with this Mercedes thing? Because no one, I don't care if you like AEW or not, you're a diehard AEW fan, you're casual. Nobody likes this shit with her just collecting belts with no storylines.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's ruining her legacy, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
No way she's losing. I mean, you got Mercedes Moné putting a TBS title on the line against who? Hold on, let me get the names here. Persephone from
Mm-hmm.
CMLL. Bozilla from Stardom, and Alex Windsor, or Mrs. Osprey, Mrs. Bruv. Mercedes has held the TBS championship for over 450 days. I think she breaks the record in October from Jade. Persephone from CMLL, Bozilla from Stardom. Both of them are 24 years old or younger. So some young up and coming women getting an opportunity. But what do you think about this match? I mean, it might be a good match, but I guess they're going to build up maybe Mercedes and Alex Windsor 1-on-1 maybe after this.
Yeah, because I was thinking here, go like, it'd be a good way to take the title off of Mercedes Moné here. She wouldn't have to get pinned. She could start the downfall of her, start losing some championships. But if I think, she lost at All In London, I mean, All In Texas. She's not going to be losing two pay-per-views in a row. She's definitely not losing two in a row. So I'm going to go with Mercedes Moné to win here. Maybe she wins like on like a cheap way. And maybe later on, maybe like maybe at All Out, we get Mercedes and Alex Windsor in like a one-on-one match. But it is going to be pretty cool to see this. What's her Bozilla?
Bozilla.
Yeah, she looks like a beast. Like she just looks like she's like it's gonna be running through a lot of women in this match.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be nice to see what she does. And I've seen a little bit of Persephone. I see a little bit of her, what she's done like with Ring of Honor and what she's done with some CMLL stuff. So she's pretty decent in the ring. So I think it's gonna be a good match. But
And
yeah,
Mercedes matches aren't bad. It's just the storyline with all these titles. That's what blows me. Like the matches are good. Remember last year she helped Stephanie McCoy get the deal with WWE because that was at
yeah.
Forbidden Door.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And also Mercedes Moné, she's becoming basically Ultimo Dragon at this point. Just collecting all these belts. That's what she's trying to do.
bro, you made a bold prediction about Kyle Fletcher. I think Mercedes is going to win that women's title from Tony Storm by the end of the year. Little spoiler of who I think is going to have that title, but I just think they're going to give her that title because this whole creative control. They wanted to kill that narrative, so they had her lose, and then I mean, after Tony potentially wins, there's no one left anyway. I think they're going to run that back probably.
Yeah, probably. Maybe by I don't know,
They may do
World's
it at All
End.
Out, bro. Remember,
All Out,
they
yeah.
got the WrestlePalooza show. They're both going to be throwing their wads at the blowing their loads.
Yeah, that's true. This is very true.
Yeah, we agree. Mercedes is retaining. No
Mhm,
argument here. Like I said, I could see a one-on-one match with her and Alex Windsor. Maybe Isla Dawn eventually. We'll see.
mhm.
But I think she breaks the record for Jade in October, so I think that'll be when that happens. We have a reunion that we didn't know we would ever see again over 10 years in the making as Cope and Christian Cage team up against Kip Sabian. Nick Wayne is hurt, broken foot. The return of Luchasaurus, now known as Killswitch. The first time since 2011, Cope and Christian are teaming up. They face each other in 6 one-on-one matches in AEW, but haven't, or 6 matches, not one-on-one. Copeland joined in 2023. It seemed inevitable once he did join. Kip and Nick Wayne turned on Christian, and now we got the return of Killswitch as well. What do you think about before we get into the prediction? Because I don't think there's no way they're losing, but how do you feel about this match happening so soon? Do you think maybe they could have waited? Do you feel like it's just like a typical Tony Khan thing, rushing through and not letting it breathe a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like they really rushed through this. Like, I mean, we kind of like understand like the backstory with them, Edge and or whatever you want to call him, Cope and Christian. We understand the backstory with them. Because Cope he came out to save Christian. It was at All in Texas. He told him to go find himself, and then a few weeks later, Christian he comes in to save Adam Copeland. Brings Spike in there, and it seems like they don't really want to team up right now, but they're kind of fighting. They're kind of helping each other. Fight some battles. Because Edge is helping, or I keep wanting to call him Edge.
It's okay.
Copeland. Yeah, we know who he is.
Yeah.
He's helping out Kip. He's helping to beat Kip Sabian and Kill Switch, helping out that problem. And while vice versa, Christian is helping out in that FTR problem. I don't know. I just feel like they just rushing this too soon. I mean, we all know that All Out is going to be in Toronto. So I mean, they're just trying to rush too soon. But I wish I would have just slowed down a little bit with this.
Yeah.
But it's still interesting to see Christian. He's still kind of
He's
an
still a
asshole.
heel. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's not like they changed him. I like that too. Yeah, I like
yeah.
that.
I kind of like how, but like he's slowly starting to trust Adam Copeland more, which I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's cool seeing Kill Switch back or Luchasaurus is,
I was
you
gonna
know,
ask you about that. Do you think he turns and maybe, like, he doesn't attack Christian? Maybe he turns on Kip and Nick Wayne, or because remember, it was the tease that he was gonna turn on Christian at one time.
I mean that could possibly happen. That'd be a nice little swerve. And also in that video package, who was that guy injecting him with that?
So they were saying that it's Jack Perry. I'm glad you brought that up because I was literally gonna ask you about that. They were saying it's Jack Perry, and they were saying maybe this leads to Luchasaurus and Jack Perry getting back together as maybe like a heel duo of Jurassic Express. They were great in the early days of AEW, so I
They
wouldn't be mad
were,
at that. They
yeah.
were so cool. So, I mean, if they do that, I mean, this tag division is terrible. They could use tag teams if they want to tell that story. At
Hmm.
this point, it can't hurt.
No, it can't. But yeah, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage aren't losing here.
Because I
I
look
mean,
at it like, they're gonna win here. They're probably gonna get the tag titles in Toronto. They're gonna need challengers, so why not build up some new tag teams?
yeah.
Yeah, we agree. Cope and Christian, but it's cool to see them. We get the Cope and Christian reunion, and then Bound for Glory. We get Team 3D versus the Hardys. What do you hear for us a nostalgic wrestling
You
match?
know, that's bringing Cope and Christian into TNA. That they won't do that because they don't play long. They don't
Yeah,
get well with each other right now.
yeah.
But
I,
yeah,
I wish we would have got that. That would have been cool. Like AEW and TNA could like work something out. That would have been cool. But
yeah. Hmm.
WWE's got him now, so we'll see what happens. But yes, we agree so far. Cope and Christian get the win, and we shall see who they potentially face. Good segue there, as this is now a three-way tag team match, which we just had a three-way tag team match at All In with the Hurt
Hmm.
Syndicate, FTR, and now Bro Dito, who had a time limit draw on AEW. I didn't realize the Hurt Syndicate have had the titles for over 200 days, but this will be their toughest challenge yet. I want to ask you about this story because we hear about, we heard the Hurt Syndicate didn't want to lose to certain teams, and then you
Hmm.
see that they have another multi-man match. Are they going to lose here? Like, are they going to lose and not take the pin? Is that what we're going for again?
You know, I feel like because MVP, apparently he has some backstage heat going on, like you mentioned, like the Hurt Syndicate. They don't want to lose to certain teams, and one of those certain teams is FTR. They don't want to take.
But bro, of all the teams in the world,
Mm-hmm.
of all the teams of any company you like, the
Mm-hmm.
best tag team maybe of this generation is FTR. What are we doing?
FTR, they've been killing it this year. Like the feud that they've been having with Adam Copeland
Getting Big Stoke, that's been
or
cool.
Big Stoke. I've been no
He
host
gets
Stoke.
no hoes.
He gets no hose. That was hilarious when they asked the
'Cause it's,
hose
like,
there.
actually giving them, like, cause we know FTR, they were just a good tag team. Yeah, they could
Yeah.
tell promos, but they didn't really have a character, so now it's, like,
Hmm.
bringing out a little more of them.
And then the stuff they did with Nigel McGuinness, that was cool.
Yeah.
Cause the Hearst Syndicate, they said they would like lose to the Gates of Agony, but they beat them, and
They
some
beat the
other
Outrunners.
the Outrunners and what's it, Jet Speed. They said they would lose to them, but like I don't know. I just feel like the reason why they made this a triple threat match is for them to so they don't have to take the pinfall. I feel like their title reigns are very coming up very soon, and they're gonna put the titles around FTR. I believe here. I believe like Bandito is gonna take the pinfall here, even though like that Adam Copeland and Christian and FTR match doesn't need to be for the titles, but it is gonna be for titles. That's what they're gonna
It
do.
may end up being AEW's version of a TLC match at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Because they're going up against Lesnar and Cena. That'll probably be the
Hmm.
main event. So, real quick, if the FTR does win, they would tie the Young Bucks with the most AEW title reigns at 3.
Yep.
So, there you go. I agree. I think FTR wins it. Like you said, I think FTR is one of the best tag teams in the world. And regardless of AEW sloppy booking, they are great. So, I don't know what the Hurt Syndicate is on. I would have just rather seen a one-on-one match. That would have been better. But
Yeah.
this match pisses me off, Jugs, because yeah, it's going to be a great match, like a lot of AEW shows and their matches are. The story has literally been Okada saying he Swerve is a bitch, but then they kind of recently started talking about this apparent knee injury Swerve has had since 2019. I'm confused because if he's really that hurt, why are we having one of our best wrestlers in the world, one of the pillars of our company, going out here possibly hurting his health even more? We see the way Swerve wrestles. He's fantastic. And I don't think Okada's losing here. It's just a great match to have Okada get a win, but I've not been impressed with Okada's run in AEW. I think it's been overrated, and I don't really think he's anything special personally.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about this match?
Yeah, I agree with that. So, he won the unified title back at All in Texas. He beat Kenny Omega to, take the international title, and he had the was it the Continental Championship, and then they unified the titles. But other than that, I mean, Swerve, of course, Swerve and Will Ospreay, they beat the EVPs, the Young Bucks, finally ending their reign of terror, taking over AEW, and then And Okada, he's just been pissed off ever since. He wants to get redemption for what Swerve did, and he's basically just been calling him a bitch each week. I mean that's Okada's character. that's Okada's character to a T. And like you mentioned, about the whole knee injury that Swerve is going through. So yeah, Okada's not going to be losing here, and so maybe does Swerve get wrote off TV for a while
And
after
that's
this?
what I was gonna say because he's gonna be written off TV. You could have all these guys in a steel cage, which we'll get to, written off TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to ask you this: Konosuke Takeshita wins the G1.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get a situation? I think Takeshita should be the person to maybe even beat Okada. Do we maybe get a tease of that maybe down the line? Maybe that comes up at All Out or Wrestle Dream or
I
one
would
of
love to
these.
see that. I would love to see Takeshita
And he
take the
puts over
title.
the new young guy in Takeshita. Then maybe Takeshita beats Zack Sabre and he has all the belts. He could be new belt collector.
He could be the new belt collector. Yes, he could be the new Ultimate Dragon.
He may be the wrestler of the year, Takeshita. I mean,
Takeshita, yeah,
regardless of
he's
company.
been killing it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's definitely my top five. But I
Hmm.
agree. I think Okada wins. Maybe they do a knee injury, right swerve off, which would suck because AEW needs all their stars. But
Hmm.
I think we're getting Okada and Takeshita, which could be match of the year. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see. But I'm a big swerve guy, so we'll see what happens there. I think this match will be really really good though. Next match. I don't care about this match, even though it will be very technically great if you like that type of match. Real quick, as we have Zack Sabre Jr. against Nigel McGuinness. Zack Sabre Jr. has held the IWJP World Heavyweight Championship for a little over a month after he beat Hiroki Goto at Tanahashi Jam. He's the best wrestler in New Japan after most of them have been signed by AEW. His second reign as champion. Nigel McGuinness is looking to compete again. His last match was in December of 2024 and he made his return at All In last year as well. I think they are doing something with this match. I got to give them credit. They are telling some type of story. I see it's something with Daniel Garcia. Apparently, he's going to be in Nigel McGuinness's corner. So maybe we get a heel Daniel Garcia. Maybe he cost Nigel, and maybe we get a feud with those two. Maybe helping elevate Garcia, which I think is better as a heel. No way Zack Sabre's losing here. I mean, he's great. He's one of the
Yeah,
best technical wrestlers, and Nigel has looked great since his return. But I like the Daniel Garcia little added element of surprise.
yeah. Because how did Nigel McGuinness get this title
So it was
opportunity?
a technical spectacle four-way on
Was this on
Collision.
Collision? Okay, Collision.
Yes,
Yeah, that's why I don't know anything
yeah,
about this match.
yes.
But because I think maybe Daniel Garcia might have been a part of that match, I believe.
Yeah, and
And he
he
was very he was
yeah,
upset
yeah.
afterwards, and then Nigel McGuinness said, "Hey, you could come be in my corner," which usually that doesn't end up very well. Which I mean, we know Zack Sabre Jr. He's not going to be losing here. He's not going to be losing here, and also probably Brian Danielson's probably going to be on commentary for this match. And maybe you know what I would love to see? I'd love to see a Zack Sabre Jr. and Brian Danielson match. Just one more time, but before Bryanson actually, because he hasn't said that, he's fully, hanging it up yet.
I
So
think we've got
maybe,
two. It's like 1-1 or something.
yeah.
One was at Wrestle Dream because it was supposed to be at Forbidden Door because of the injury, and
Hmm.
then they had one in Japan, and then they would have a third one. Okay.
Yeah. But like maybe we have Daniel Garcia's turn heel, and he's getting attacked. But then, maybe we can have Brian Danielson come in for a save or something. And maybe that could set up, Zack Sabre Jr. and them. That I would love to see that.
Real quick on Brian Danielson, and I'll throw in Jericho. Rumors came out this week that WWE isn't interested in both of them, as Brian
Hmm.
Danielson isn't technically under contract anymore, and Jericho's contract ends in December. Do you think one, if not both, go back to WWE? I think Jericho's going to probably be even in the
Yeah,
Rumble. I can see him
Jericho's
back
probably
next year.
coming back. Yeah, because I was doing my NXT preview, and that whole thing that they got going with Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. Who would be a great manager for him?
Jericho.
Jericho, like have like a Team Canada something
Yeah.
like that. I would love to see that. You know, I mean, I would love to see Bobby Roode, but I wish Bobby Roode. I wish he wasn't doing so much, being so much of a producer
I think his
backstage.
neck is done. I don't know, but I think his neck
But
is done.
him being like a manager or something, doing something like that. I mean, he is from Canada, so that would have been a great thing. But yeah, I definitely see Jericho coming back, like probably in the Rumble next year in Saudi. Danielson, I don't know. I don't think he's quite done with AEW. I feel like he has a little bit more to do there. So I don't think he'll come to AEW. I mean, come to WWE. But
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. Another 50-year-old main eventer coming to save WWE. No young
Hey,
guys.
hey, yeah, it seems like they just keep on doing
Yeah,
the same thing.
yeah, and they're gonna charge you a shitload of money to go see their product. I am actually probably looking forward to this match.
I'm
Maybe
looking forward to this match.
one of the
Tony
two or three.
Storm. Tony
Yes.
Storm probably one of the best wrestlers of the year, men and women combined.
And character work is fantastic. We finally get Athena on AEW. She wins the Casino Gauntlet at All Out or All In. The greatest AEW Women's Champion, her fourth reign with the title, facing the longest reigning Women's Champion in Ring of Honor history, who was on the pace of 1,000 days. But Tony did beat Mercedes at All In, and now we got Tony and Athena. Athena just straight up cashing in, straight up, which I don't really get, but I don't see Tony losing here. I feel like they're just going to use Athena as flavor of the month and then send her back to Ring of Honor. But how do you feel about
Yeah, so I mean, there is a story with Tony Storm, because she's lost the first year, and they had her in I can't remember who it was with, but I think, it was to Soraya. They had to lose there,
Oh yeah, forgot about that crap.
and then last year they had to lose to Mariah May. So she has this losing track record in London, which since we have Athena as Ring of Honor champion still, maybe if she wasn't champion, I would say, hey, maybe they put the title on Athena. But I don't think that they're going to have Athena become like double champion. But this match is going to be awesome, and I think Athena is like coming around like 1,000 days as Ring of Honor champion, Ring of Honor Women's champion. Like she's like ROH forever champion right there. Like she's never losing that title.
And I think her contract's up at the end of this year too. So it could be a power play for Tony Khan. And that's why he's showcasing her to try to keep her, maybe from going to WWE.
This is true.
But
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this a lot. But Tony Storm is going to be retaining though.
and another
Yeah.
theory I had, maybe we get a three-way with Tony, Mercedes, and Athena at All Out. That would be pretty dope. I mean, let them all go out there and go crazy. Then Mercedes could maybe win without pinning Tony. I don't know. Maybe Athena could win without pinning Tony. There's a lot of ways they could go with it, but
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they would put more effort into other women. Like they have a good women's roster.
Yeah, they do have a really good women's roster, but they don't utilize them very good.
Yeah, because I'm like, if Tony wins, it's nobody left for her. So they're
Yeah.
either going to run back Mercedes, do a triple threat. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, man. It's interesting to see, but it'll be a good match because I don't. And you may know better than me. I don't think they faced at NXT because remember they went to NXT. I don't think they faced 1-on-1.
I don't believe so.
Yeah,
I,
somebody in the chat let me know, but I don't remember off the top of my head Tony Storm and Ember Moon going at it. So that's because I think Ember may have been on the main roster too, and then Tony was still in NXT. Then she got called up, and then she didn't last long.
yeah.
But this
Yeah.
will be a great match. It'll be probably match of the night, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it moving. Oh man, geez. Okay, where do we begin with this, Jugs? Because
Oh, brother.
let me go through the information I have here. Lights out steel cage match. Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Uh, what does Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi have to do with this feud? Where have they been? Haven't seen them since All In. Oh, we're just gonna throw Kenny and Ibushi in there because they're Kenny and Ibushi and we're in London. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I don't know why Samoa Joe and
It could have been Jet Speed or something. I don't know. Somebody they were feuding with.
yeah, someone who's been, helping out, Will Ospreay and stuff, these past few weeks, or, could have been the what's that group?
The
Samoa Joe's group.
ops, the
The
ops,
Ops, yeah, could have been the Ops in here. And then and then Hiroshi Tanahashi, his with
bro.
how old he
Who's
is.
worse, him or Goldberg? Like, who has worse knees?
I'm gonna say Goldberg, but Hiroshi Tanahashi, he's getting up there. Like, hopefully he doesn't die here in this match.
Bro. All right, and let's get to the Will Ospreay aspect of it all, because Darby Allin's gonna probably try to kill herself. Tanahashi's last match in
Mm-hmm.
London. Ospreay cut a promo last month saying he had to miss some time, herniated disc. Comes back this week, says he's not cleared, but he's going against AEW Medical. It's unsanctioned. I'm still going to compete anyway, even though I have herniated disc. He has to still get surgery after Forbidden Door, but wanted to perform in London. What the hell are we doing, man? Because Will Ospreay cannot afford to get hurt even worse because we don't know how
Yeah.
long he's going to be out.
Mm-hmm.
This company, man, taking on the Death Riders, Claudio, John Moxley, Young Bucks, Matt Nick Jackson, and Gabe Kidd, who hurt his knee too, right?
Actually, you said the Young Bucks' names wrong. Their name is Max and Jeremy. Get it right. Get it right. They are some guys. They are jobbers.
I will give AEW credit. The whole bum ass Young Bucks storyline is pretty good. Like the renders and the nameplates and all of the announcements. They kicked Justin Roberts, so it is fun to see what they're doing with them. So I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think wins here? Because I don't even know. Is this Blood and Guts? Is this going to be like a
This is
special?
kind of a version of Blood and Guts in a way. And also, since it's lights out, this doesn't go on the complete record books of AEW.
Oh yeah, it doesn't count technically. You're
Doesn't
right.
count.
So is this the main event, or is this after the main event, or
I
is
don't
it
think
before the main event?
I don't think this is the main event, and I don't think it's gonna be before the main event because if it is, I no, I don't want to see that happen before Hangman and
MJF.
MJF because I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the main event. But MJF has said on multiple occasions, he doesn't want to be wrestling around and other people sweat and blood, later on in the show. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually the main event. But this match is gonna be all sorts of fuckery in this match. People are gonna try to kill each other.
Somebody's gonna get set on fire.
Someone's gonna bleed buckets in this match. Probably John Moxley, Darby Allin. He's probably gonna try to hit a coffin drop off the top of the cage. It's gonna be wild. But I'm gonna say that the baby faces end up winning here. Just
Okay.
because we have Kenny, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi, which I think he's gonna be retiring like at Wrestle Kingdom next year, and that's what I heard. Yeah, so I think the baby faces are gonna end up winning, and I feel like we're gonna start getting this, the slow burn of the Young Bucks turning babyface eventually. Maybe reunite with like Kenny Omega. Maybe they have like the Young Bucks have like a falling out with like the Don Callis family or something. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen eventually.
I think with all these injuries on a babyface team, there's no way they should win. Like,
Yeah,
it's
there's no
no way.
way they should win, but
And I feel like at all out, we're gonna get Darby and Mox one on one in some sort of like loser leaves dead match. Like they're gonna try to up the game against WWE. They're gonna have some sort of hardcore Texas death match where they're gonna go balls to maybe a coffin match. It's gonna be Darby and Mox one on one. So I
maybe a
think,
death match.
yeah, I think the Death Riders win, I guess, since it's
Mm-hmm.
unsanctioned lights out, and then Darby gets his one on one win at all out. Maybe I don't know. I really don't care because it's just gonna be crazy to see how many like holy shit and you sick fuck chants we hear because this is gonna. I would probably start the show with it just to get out the way.
Yeah, I was starting to show this match just to get the let's get out of the way. But yeah, this is basically a version of Blood and Guts because since we didn't have Blood and Guts this here, yeah. But
Mm.
as Justin Roberts, what does he like to say? Ah, shit.
Oh, shit! Get on your feet!
Yeah, this is what this match is gonna be like.
And you'll get plenty of tables breaking.
I didn't know this table could break!
And plenty probably plenty barbed wire, plenty thumbtacks. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy.
Let's get to this main event because I don't know what they're going to do with this one either. Because as of last week, MJF kidnaps Mark Briscoe. Now the title can change hands due to DQ, count out, and MJF doesn't need to use his contract. I feel like MJF is still going to have the contract and probably cash in at a later date. Does he cash in the same night? It wouldn't make sense for Hangman losing his first pay per view, right? But maybe Mark Briscoe gets involved. What are we doing here?
Yeah, see, I was liking this build to the storyline until this week.
It's like they did too much.
They did way too much here because like it's hard for me to suspend my disbelief. With MJF go like, oh, he's going to light Mark Briscoe on fire. Like, no, I can't. I like he's definitely not going to do that. Like his character has never done that before, so I just can't see that happening. And also, with him, utilizing his contract, the week before, and him for Anna Page to say, okay, fine, I agree, I agree to all this stuff. it just kind of makes Hangman and Page, kind of like weak there, and I just don't like how they're setting it up. I rather see like a triple threat here.
I was gonna say, and then what do we do with Hangman? Because who are the main eventer heels that he has to face going in all out? Are we gonna do a triple threat? Are we gonna do Hangman and Martin Briscoe? Like, what are we doing?
Now I heard someone saying that maybe Hangman and Page wins here, and then after the match, MJF utilizes his contract, and then he wins the AEW championship, and then they run the match back at All Out, and then they put the title back on him on that All Out, like this plain hot potato with the championship, which I don't want to see that.
And then also heard that MJF is gonna use the Hurt Syndicate because they were playing us all along, and then they're gonna turn on and use. He's gonna use the Hurt Syndicate to help him cash in, and then he's gonna give Lashley the first shot at All Out. I don't know, man. It's too convoluted, bro.
It is very, very
And we know
convoluted.
how they get with those main events. Remember this year, Dynasty.
Oh, Dynasty,
Bro,
all in.
they fucked up some good shows this year, man, just off of stupid endings. Because we always remember the ending. We may forget the first 2 or 3 hours, which I hope this show, it is a 1 p.m. start time, ladies and gentlemen, which means 12 p.m. for Jugs, 10 a.m. out west, 6 p.m. London time. But please, this show doesn't need to be more than 4 hours.
No, if it's 6 hours, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be very upset with that.
So you got Hangman? I got Hangman.
I'm gonna go Hangman. Yeah, it's too early for him to lose the title.
But I do think MJF gets the title maybe back at like World's End. Maybe he cashes in. Like that could be the shock moment to end AEW's last pay per view. Like he cashes in on Hangman. Maybe, I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much. What's up, Douglas? How you doing, man? That's pretty much that for all Forbidden. Actually, 9 matches isn't as many as we usually get. Jugs 9 matches. I can rock with 8 or 9. I don't think that's too bad.
And then we're probably gonna get some on the 0 hour, which who cares about the 0 hour? Nobody's watching that. But yeah.
Real quick, how you feeling about the WrestlePalooza news and counter programming AEW on September 20th? Will you be watching both shows? As my head will literally explode live on stream.
I will be watching both shows, but I'm gonna be paying more attention to AEW All Out. But I will eventually get to watching, WrestlePalooza and being all on that ESPN Unlimited. Like, they still got to figure out things with that, like with like cable providers and all that, and being $29.99 a month, and it's just like, and I'm tired of this counter programming. It's just so petty. I don't like it at all. Like, I'm just over it. But yeah.
Nah, I think you got a visitor behind you too. I see. Jugs is doing what he does, but yes, I appreciate Jugs being here. Oh, there he is. We got Jugs here. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy to see what they do in a couple weeks with WrestlePalooza. Yeah, we'll be streaming both. Real quick, I know you did an NXT preview. Anything you're looking forward to that on that show? Real quick, I know, let people know.
Yeah, so the things I'm looking forward to on the NXT show. Oh, I'm looking forward to Obafemi and Javon Evans. I think that's going to be an awesome match. I'm also looking forward to that mixed tag team match. Like, that looks like it's getting over more than what people thought it would be getting over. Like Chelsea Green, Ethan Page. It's going to be nice to see what they do. And also both triple threat matches. Both those women triple threat matches. I think those will be good. And like 4 out of the 6 matches on that show are involving women. So you know that the women, the women's division in NXT is at the forefront. So I gotta say that.
For sure, brother. Appreciate you, man. You'll be here with me tomorrow, right? Watching the show.
Yeah, I'll be up for. Yeah, hopefully I will be. Yeah.
I can keep up with you,
wild.
Man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be a long day. So you guys keep up with me, the Juggernaut Show, right down there. And also, you guys can go follow me on X and Instagram at the True JSP, and go follow me on TikTok as well, the Juggernaut Show. Got a lot of reactions I do on there. I do my preview shows on there as well. So, yeah, definitely don't want to miss out on my channel.
Appreciate you, Jugs. Thank you for hitting me up to make this happen. Check out Jug's channel. Juggernaut Show will be live tomorrow, 1 p.m. for Forbidden Door, and 7 p.m. I believe for Heat Wave, 6 p.m. Central on Peacock. And next week, Clash in Paris, the last WWE PLE on Peacock for main roster. So we'll be live for that next week. And football starts as well. We got college football this week. So much great content on the channel. I know Jug, you'll be doing some stuff for football season as well with your Chiefs?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'll be doing like different, breaking news stuff. I'll be doing some, highlights for my Chiefs games. Whatever I think about, coming up for football. But definitely more stuff coming up on my channel.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jugs. Go check them out. We'll be here. Forbidden Door, Heat Wave, and Raw is at 2 p.m. on Monday. So early Raw on Monday. So
Yeah, because they're overseas. Yeah.
Yeah, so early Raw on Monday, we'll be back. Check us out. If you're watching right now, leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, vote on the poll. Let us know what match you're looking forward to most. And if you're watching on X, come on over to YouTube, subscribe, check out Jugs' channel. Let's keep pushing those subscribers up for him. Let's get him to 2K. And let's keep pushing the Flick Zone as well. And we're out of here. Have a great Saturday afternoon, everybody. Enjoy the day, last bit of summer. Thank you, Jugs, and thank you, everybody, for watching. We're gone. We'll see you tomorrow for Forbidden Door and Heat Wave. Peace. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, everybody.